Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. I'm Dr. Kavita Beri and we talk about a lot of things here that help us create beauty, mind, body, and skin. So I have mentioned this before, that beauty to me is a vibration. So today we're going to talk about a really interesting topic about how negativity can actually make you feel older or tired or kind of affects your appearance. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. This is a question that I do get asked, like how does negative energy or negativity influence your beauty? So if we understand this concept that beauty is a vibration, so a lower vibration, when it comes and hits you, obviously it's going to change the vibration that you're holding within your body. So we'll break this down. So we'll start with, say there's a negative incident that happens and you have an experience that makes you feel inferior, afraid, insecure. A lot of these are, mental things that you start to kind of attribute or create blocks in your mind, like, oh, things like this always happen to me. They kind of become your story, and it goes and gets stored in some part of your brain, and it's like, you try to push it away during the day. It's like sitting in your subconscious brain, but really it's always there because it's a memory that you haven't really dealt with. It's a incident that happened that wasn't pleasant, and you kind of just left it there and you kind of moved on with your day, and you're like, oh, I'm strong enough, I'm going to handle this, I'm going to move on. And we do that all the time. And so it's something that's sitting in your mind. And then the next thing that you have to think about is, like, if there's a negative influence that happens or an incident that happens, it definitely, does make you sometimes feel fear, anger, insecurity, jealousy. These are all the lower vibrational emotions that one can experience with a lower vibrational energy. So when we experience these emotions, obviously it has an effect on our emotional body. And when I say emotional body, I'm talking about our endocrine system of the body. So endocrine system being, you have this emotion of sadness or grief or anger, it triggers your pituitary to start to release hormones that try to balance out those emotions. So the cortisol levels go really high. You can have your stress hormones like adrenocorticotropic hormones go really high. And all of these things can, really create a lot of chaos within the body. And of course, in turn, the body responds, and of course there's tissue breakdown, and so aging sets in, and all the things that you see over time, say a 6-month period of kind of being in that low vibe place because of any reason, you are in a new place, new work environment, or something has happened at home for which you're kind of going through a tough time. This is how over a period of time that negativity or that those emotions that you're holding are actually starting to affect your body and starting to break your tissues down and really not letting the body function as it should normally function. So we have the mind and we have your emotions, and then the most important thing is obviously your own energy. So in the video on which I describe about how each chakra is connected to your endocrine system, once we have certain endocrine glands that are overstimulated, obviously we'll experience imbalance in those specific chakras. And that's why when we do auric healing or energy healing along with skincare treatments, especially at Be Mind Body Skin, we really focus on kind of releasing those blocks that you hold emotionally and mentally to allow that healing process or the skin or the hormones within the body to kind of balance out, so you can start to feel that rejuvenation. And then once you start to feel it, your body's automatically going to follow, and it's actually going to start regenerating tissue as well. So we have the mind, we have your emotions, and then we have the energy body. Now, what can we do when we, when we face something that appears to be of a lower vibration? Now, there, a few simple things that, I do, and I want to share them with you. One is I try to think of the event as a neutral event. You know how we are really quick to kind of say, oh, that was horrible and that was such a negative experience, I'm just gonna walk away from it. What happens is when we label it as a negative experience, it kind of goes and becomes a memory in our mind, and our subconscious mind kind of labels, oh, any interaction like this is always negative, and it becomes a story that we tell ourselves. So in the future, if such a thing was ever to happen, you're going to relate what has happened in the past and kind of just assume that it's going to be a negative experience. Okay, so that's something that I avoid doing, is trying to label it as, oh, it was horrible. I try to keep it as a neutral thing. It's like, okay, it happened, I'm going to move on. I'm going to try not to give too much of your energy to the incident. The second thing that I try to do is I try to find a positive thing in whatever has happened. Even though it was an upsetting experience, it was an experience that, you know, obviously took a lot of Zen at that time to kind of hold my, you know, fort. I try to think of it as, okay, well, this happened. What did I learn out of this? And how is it helping me grow? So I do ask myself that question. And the minute I start becoming mindful or insightful to this incident for myself, it automatically shifts my vibration to a place where, oh, okay, I'm learning something and I'm always growing and my life is always teaching me something. And guess what? I'm not going to come back and repeat the same mistake. So it's automatically shifting a vibration from, oh, poor me, always get stuck in this, to, okay, this happened, not going to happen again, I'm going to move on. See how quickly that shifts the vibration? And that would actually, if you practice this more and more, it would not let your body hold that memory, or it would not let you kind of make it that subconscious, you know, block that, you know, a lot of us carry around. So, you know, I hope this is helpful to you. The other thing I try to do is, you know, I try to, obviously we can always have a choice of who we keep around us. For the most part, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't always do that with family and workplace environments, but we do the best we can to kind of avoid engaging in conversations, obviously, that are going to lead down a specific path. And of course, we can always choose the company we keep. So that is also another thing that I always, you know, really try to get mindful about. So yeah, can lower vibrations or, you know, negative experiences affect how we look or how we age? Absolutely it can, because everything is connected. So how you think about that incident, what emotions you have experienced, and how your body is responding to your emotions, how are you able to cope those emotions, all of that is gonna be, you know, a significant factor when we think about aging. Now, of course, there's a lot to be said about being able to handle stress. And you know, there is a video I'm going to make on the endocannabinoid system, which is like your stress buster system in the body, and I absolutely love that particular, you know, system in the body. And so whenever we practice mindfulness, or when we practice meditation and, you know, activity like yoga, we are continuously making a connection with our selves, our higher selves, our connection with our spirit self. And that is a very powerful thing to do, because the more we do those things, the more chances are that we're going to be able to overcome these incidences that happen a lot faster. We're going to be able to check in with ourselves, like, okay, what am I learning here? I'm just going to let go. This is a neutral incident. It's not terrible. It is what it is. I'm going to move on. And what did I learn out of this? You know, so this is really a good way to kind of build our selves up. I always call it like building your internal cheerleader, and you have to keep doing that, because then she comes and helps you out when you really need her. Need her or him, you know, depending on who's watching this video. But I would say that if you do have a mindfulness practice, believe it or not, it would actually help you not age too quickly. because life has its ways of doing that to us. So I hope this information was helpful, and for more videos like this, definitely subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it. Thank you so much.